Welcome back everyone. If you don't know me yet, my name is Sid, and in this video I would be unboxing and giving you my first impression of last year's Xiaomi Mi Book Air. Now, Xiaomi is known as the Apple of China, and very rightly so. If you take a look at Xiaomi's smartphone, the UI seems inspired from Apple. Just like Apple, Xiaomi too enjoys a lot of success in their home country, and just like Apple, Xiaomi does not only make smartphones, it makes other gadgets as well. It makes purifiers, it makes wearables, it makes a lot of other cool things. Last year it made its foray into laptops. It launched Mi Book Air, which seems to me as a pun of the Macbook Air. What is the difference? How is this laptop different than the MacBook? What are some of its pros? What are some of its cons? How does it look in person? Is all that I'm going to tell you in this video. This book came out last year, and there are two models of this. One is a 12.5-inch model with 4 GB of RAM, 128 GB of storage, and it has a Core M processor. This one in front of me has been imported from China, just to give you guys a glimpse of it. It is not a retail variant available in India. I'll show you on the box. It's written in Chinese as well, as you can see. And this one is a 13.3-inch model. It comes with Intel i5 processor. It has 256 GB of storage on board. It also has a dedicated graphics card, which is NVIDIA GeForce 940MX in my opinion. So this is a very powerful laptop, and we'll also see how it appeals to me in a first glance. So without any further ado, let's just jump in. So now let's take a look at the box first. It's a white box just like a MacBook's box, and as you can see there is an illustration of the laptop on the front. Here something is written in Chinese. Apologies, my Chinese is not very good, so I won't be able to read it out to you. On the back, again there is a white box and some more literature. I hope these are the specifications, and they too are written in Chinese. Apart from that, here is the Mi logo here, and a Mi logo is there here as well. So it's a standard box. It looks a lot like MacBook. I have unboxed my MacBook Air, and it looks a bit similar to that. Now let's take the wheel off. Ta-da! Let me keep this here. Okay. I'll tell you one thing just right now. I don't know why people call it similar to the MacBook Air. I'll show you my MacBook Air at some point in time, and the shape is very different. As you can see, MacBooks generally grow. They are very thin at here, and then they grow bigger and bigger till their spine. This one on the other hand is like a slate. It's flat from all the sides. There is no dip anywhere in the girth. However, the interesting part is the thickest part of this book is slimmer than MacBook's thickest part. I think that one is at 17 millimeters. Also, this book is apparently lighter than the MacBook Air, which is very surprising because MacBook Air was one of the lightest laptops around when it was launched. Now, as you can see, there are a lot of brands mentioned here. So let me tell you what all these means. Windows, of course, because the laptop has Windows inside. NVIDIA, because that's the graphic card that you have here. Dolby Atmos is the technology for the speakers. And AKG is the company that made the speakers for them. And I've read some reviews and I've watched some reviews as well. The speakers on this one are louder than the MacBook Air, which is surprising. Anyway, let me take the cellophane off now. So the cellophane is now off. Look at that. It looks so damn beautiful. All I'm missing here is an Apple logo, by the way. So let me keep the book on the side. The first thing you find in this box, apart from the laptop, is this envelope from Xiaomi. Now, this is sealed, and when you open it, let me open it without trying to break it. There is warranty information. Looks like a wedding invitation to me, to be very honest, but anyhow, lovely. So there is the warranty guide. I'll put it in because it's in Chinese again, and my Chinese is not very good. Next you have a charger. Let's take it out. Now, since it's a Chinese variant, it does not have the Indian plug in the front, as you can see. But what I would like you to note here is that when you unbox a MacBook, you get an extender. So the traditional charger, which looks like this, is only 6 feet, but there is also an extender cable which makes that charger go up to 12 feet, and that is what is missing here. Now again, I'm not just pitting this against the MacBook, but since it directly tries to threaten the MacBook, I am telling you what all is different here. So in terms of box contents, it's pretty much the same. Even the charger looks like a MacBook's charger, but the extender is missing, and also Apple's stickers are missing. And that's it from the box. Now let's talk about the laptop for a while. So now let me open the laptop. One thing I like about my MacBook is that when it's lying on a flat surface, I can just use one hand and I can open it right up front. Let's see if it happens here as well or not. Swag. Well, here is something to protect the keyboard, I believe, which was left in the unboxing. Let me first start by talking about the keyboard itself. The keys seem a lot spacious, though I do not think that they are as clicky as my MacBook Air, but they are quite big is what I have noticed as of now. And it's a full-size keyboard. I mean, shouldn't have any problem to type here. But the trackpad is visibly smaller. Now, the one thing I like about my MacBook is that the trackpad is very big and it's one of the best ones out there. Let's first talk about the cosmetics. Let me first show you the display of this laptop. As you can see, it looks very premium. Though I do believe that the screen is a bit reflective, is what I can tell you just as of now. But as you can see, this is the Mi logo and this is the screen. It's got only, I believe, 5 millimeters of bezel all around. But there is some visible bezel on top and bottom. Apart from that, if you turn around at the back, you can see here is the stand where the laptop stands. Here are the speakers, and this I believe is the heating part. Now let me turn to the sides and see the ports. So here you have an HDMI port, which is a plus point. MacBooks don't have an HDMI port. They have a Thunderbolt port with which you can connect an HDMI adapter, but they don't have a standalone HDMI port. Then you have a USB port here. Then you have a headphone jack. Very important. Not all phones have that these days, especially phones from Apple. Here you have a USB Type-C connector, which also acts as a charger. The charger is USB Type-C, which is supplied inside the box. And here you have the second USB port. So basically you have two USB 3.0 ports, one USB Type-C port, one headphone jack, and one full-size HDMI port. What is missing though, in my opinion, is an SD card reader. This laptop does not have a card reader. So this is my MacBook Air and this is the Mi Book Air. And I've used this one, and if you want me to review this one, I would. I won't turn it on because this is just a first impression unboxing video, not a full review. But I'll tell you the differences between the two. First difference is in the shape. Second difference is of course the operating system. A person does not just buy a MacBook, just for the hardware. Software plays a big role. So I don't know if this is optimized as well as that one, but if you're a Windows user and you want a lighter laptop, this one is actually quite light. Plus, this one has 8 gigs of RAM, as I've told you, the 13.3-inch model. It has NVIDIA's dedicated graphics card, which should be very good. It also has 2 full-size USB port and a separate HDMI cable, HDMI adapter, which means you don't have to connect it to any external adapter. You can just plug in an HDMI and it will work. One more thing that I would point out, however, are the 2 cons that I have found. As of now, I do believe that not having an SD card is somewhat of a con. You do not want to add a hard disk every time you need some additional storage. You can just pop in an SD card, and that is something that is present there but not here. Apart from that, I do not know what Xiaomi strategy is, but they have not launched this laptop in India at all. And India is a price sensitive market, and a laptop with this price tag could have done very well here. Now the year has passed. They have also launched the Mi Book Pro now, which is the new model of the Mi Book Air. And what I believe is, in the next year, Xiaomi's New Year resolution should be to launch this laptop here. But if you guys want to import this laptop, if you have some friends coming over from China, you can do that. It's a very good laptop. If you want me to review this, do post me a comment in the comment box below and I will do that for you. Do keep the likes coming in, do keep the shares coming in. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel. My name is Sid. Come back to see more of me.